Pick up. Hey, sister, you got 5 minutes?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, come on over. Come on over.
My Israelite brothers?
Yep.
Let's go.
Okay. Yep, sorry, 25 and 1.
25 and 1.
Mm-hmm.
25 and 1.
There's the book of Sirach, chapter 25, verse 1. In 3 things I was beautified.
Right. So 3 things the Most High is beautified by. What is one of those things?
And stood up beautiful both before God and men, the unity of brethren.
The unity of brethren. So whenever we come back to these laws, statutes, and commandments, we learn how to have proper brotherhood, how to have a proper family structure. And I mean, a lot of us, we're kind of going around and trying to figure things out on our own. But once we have that guidance, once we have elders that we can go to counsel to, then we can. I'm having issues in the family.
Right.
How do I get past? Let's say my wife is bucking up against me with everything.
Right.
How can I get past? How can I get her to us to be a team? We have elders. The Bible is telling us all these different things about the breakdown. Step 1, step 2, step 3. You know, when we go to school, we have let's say a curriculum. We have African American studies. But I mean, the Bible is its own curriculum. So let's go ahead.
The love of neighbors, a man and a wife that agree together.
God, so a man and a wife that agree together. That's something that the Most High is beautified by. That's something that He loves. Before you get that, let's go to 2 John verse 4. So a man and a wife that agrees together. Y'all both came up here at the same time. That's a beautiful thing, because not a lot of times that happens. Like many times a brother walks by, gets pulled by his wife, or his wife stops, gets pulled by his husband, her husband. But what y'all are doing, that's beautiful. As we know, 2 John verse 4.
There's the book of 2 John, chapter 1, verse 4. I rejoiced greatly that I found of thy children walking in the truth.
Awesome. So the Most High, He rejoices. Like, think about this. You have a child, you teach them something, and they do it like that same day. That's something to be proud of. I taught you that. You know, it's something to be proud of. And for y'all are following the commandments. Without even knowing that commandment, y'all are following the commandments. And that's how easy it is. We're going from keeping the commandments to going from not keeping the commandments to keeping the commandments without even knowing it. That's how easy it is. That's how we get out of the position that we're in. So let's go to Deuteronomy 20 and 15. Actually, 28 and 46. So this is how we know that we're the Israelites. Because the Bible talks about persons, so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. They're going through the same thing all throughout history. The same thing. Go ahead.
There's the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, verse 46. And they shall be upon thee for a sign and for a wonder, and upon thy seed forever.
God, a sign and a wonder. So this is how we know who the children of Israel are, and a wonder. A lot of us are wondering, where am I going? Where did I come from? Where did I go? But this is how we know. We come back to the law, statutes, and commandments. We figure out what is our history. What did our foremothers do in order for them to have an inheritance to pass down? Go ahead.
Verse 47. Because thou hast serviced not the Most High thy power with joyfulness and with gladness of heart.
Right. So this is why we were brought to the bottom, because we didn't serve the Most High. We forgot the law, statutes, and commandments. We left our name. Our name was Israel, or is Israel. But now we're calling ourselves Black, Hispanic, Cuban, Puerto Rican. But when we come back to the Most High, His name, He gave us the highest name that's possible, Israel. Israel, which means the Prince of Power. Go ahead.
For the abundance of all things.
Come.
Therefore shalt thou serve thine enemies.
So right now, unfortunately, we're serving our enemies in everything: hunger and thirst and nakedness. If we want just a regular T-shirt, if we want shoes, anything, we're serving our enemies. Go ahead.
Which the Most High shall send against thee in hunger and in thirst and in nakedness.
In want of all things. So anything we can think of, driving to, we got to go to our enemies just for a job. I mean, a lot of us, we're trying. Now you're seeing slowly we're establishing a business here and there, but these are the things that our enemies have known for years and years. They kept that secret. But Now we're learning, we're coming back to the law, statutes, and commandments. We're learning how to teach our children how to build their credit, how important credit is, how to save up, how to manage their money. And of course, a lot of relationships, a big part of that is money management. Who's going to be paying the bills, where the income is going to be coming from. A lot of we'll say breakups happen because we're not able to manage money properly. So go ahead.
And in one of all things, and he shall put a yoke of iron upon thy neck until he have been destroyed thee.
So
until you have destroyed thee, Slaughter.
that's it. So well, actually, right now we're walking around up and down the street freely, but what we just read, he shall put a yoke of iron upon our neck until he has destroyed us. We don't see a lot of people or anyone right now with any chains around their neck. They're just walking freely. So that just means we're destroyed, not physically, but mentally. So we're just walking around, not knowing where we're going, not knowing that we're just going in darkness. Yep, exactly. So let's go to, what should we be doing now? So how do we get back to Deuteronomy 10 and 12? How do we get back to that power? How do we get back on top?
This book of Deuteronomy, chapter 10, verse 12. And now, Israel, what doth the Most High thy power require of thee?
God, what's y'all's names or nicknames?
I'm Kim.
Kim.
Vaughn.
Vaughn? Okay. Vaughn and Kim, what does the Most High require of y'all? Go ahead.
But to fear the Most High thy power, to walk in all his ways, and to love him.
Come on. And so what love is to fear the Most High, is to keep his commandments. So when we go to 1 John, you don't have to get it, 1 John 5 and 3, the love of the Most High is just to keep his commandments. So a lot of us, we don't hear about how to properly love the Most High. We have definitions all throughout Google, but let's be honest, Google, you can make your own definition. But love has its own, okay, let's rewind a little bit. Anytime you come across a definition, people add their opinions or their understanding to it. Like I understand gray is not gray, it's just a term of black, like off-white or something like that. But we have specific definitions given to us within the Bible. Let's go to 1 John 5. But hold this.
This is the book of 1 John, chapter 5, verse 3. For this is the love of God.
This is the love of God. Go ahead.
That we keep his commandments.
That we keep his commandments. So before we continue, you have any questions?
No, it's pretty straightforward.
God. Let's go back. 10 and 12.
This book of Deuteronomy, chapter 10, verse 12. And now, Israel, what does the Most High thy power require of thee?
Give me Vaughn.
But to fear the Most High thy power,
Yep.
to walk in all his ways, and to love him, and to serve the Most High thy power with all thy heart and with all thy soul.
So let's go to Numbers 15 and 38. So what are some of the commandments? Because we understand who the Israelites are. We understand what we need to do in order to go from being at the bottom to being at the top. Before you even go there, let's go to Deuteronomy 7 and 6. Because this is what the Most High, how he feels about us. We're not just black, we're not just Hispanic, we're not just Israel. This means something to the Most High. Go ahead, Deuteronomy 7 and 6.
Then the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 7, verse 6. For thou art an holy people.
Holy people. Holy means separate. So we're supposed to be separate from all these other nations. But read on.
Unto the Most High thy power. The Most High thy power has chosen thee to be a special people unto himself.
Kim, Vaughn, the Most High chose y'all to be special. Not just every other day Jake, or not just an every other day black person. Y'all are special, believe it or not. This is not something that we hear on a daily basis, but we are special people. Go ahead.
Above all people.
Above, not below. Go ahead.
Above all people that are upon the face of the earth.
Come on. So the Most High. Now this should be a relief. This should be a as you say, like a mental booster. So when the Most High, the creator of everything, calls y'all a special people above all nations that are upon the face of the earth, we can walk around now with our head up, with that confidence. Let's go back to Deuteronomy, actually Numbers 15:38. So what should we be doing now? What is one of the commandments that we can start keeping today or even tomorrow?
This is like 101.
Khan,
right.
Go ahead.
Come to the book of Numbers, chapter 15, verse 38. Speak unto the children of Israel and bid them that they make them fringes in the borders of their garments throughout their generations.
Come on. So fringes. Fringes would be something like this, something like that, something like this. Just, but why? Is it just a fashion statement? What does it mean? Go ahead.
And that they put upon the fringe of the borders a ribbon of blue.
So anytime you have the fringe, just make sure it has blue. It could be light blue, dark blue, or like this kind of blue, royal blue. Go ahead.
And it shall be unto you for a fringe, that ye may look upon it, and remember all the commandments of the Most High.
God. So the reason that we have these, look down. Anytime you get in this situation, just look down. Okay, I'm supposed to be moving. I'm supposed to be holy. I'm supposed to be separate. I'm a chosen person of the Most High. I'm to be above all nations that are upon the face of the earth. Okay, that's good news. That's good news. That's a good feeling. Go ahead.
And do them,
That it?
and that ye seek not after your own heart
God.
and your own eyes.
Right. So a lot of times when we move according to our heart, our mind. We move according to how we feel. But we have a certain way that we should be moving. It's according to, let's go to the Psalm 25 and 4.
Bring it out.
So there's a certain way, you know, any time we have children. The children, they're trying to figure out which way they should be going. Parents, they're trying to figure out how should I raise my child? What way should they be going? But the Most High, all the instructions are here. Go ahead.
This book of Psalms, chapter 25, verse 4. Show me thy ways, O Yahweh.
So this is what we were asking for way back then. Like, I don't know where I'm going. I don't know where I came from. Where should I be going? Or what should I be doing? Go ahead.
Teach me thy path.
So we're asking the Most High to show. We're asking Him to show His ways and to teach us the proper path. The path that's leading down the path of life, rather than the path of destruction. Go ahead.
Lead me in thy truth.
God. So, as you understand, the Bible, everything that we're bringing out is directly from the Most High. It's pure word. It's the truth. So let's go back to number 15, Leviticus 19:17. So these are like everyday commandments that we can start keeping. This is how we go from, again, it's gonna keep on reiterating, because the Bible is we're known as a stiff-necked people. So as we start to keep these commandments, we want to see and hear, do this, do that. Do this, do that. One more time, do this, do that. And it's always gonna be a cycle. But it's just a reminder. Keep doing these things, we're gonna continue to grow and develop and be better and better. So go ahead.
In the book of Leviticus, chapter 19, verse 17. Thou shalt not hate thy brother in thine heart.
God. So hold that, 1 John 4:9. So, of course, we don't hate our brothers in our heart. But there's more to it. Because when we come back to gather together, having a family, we start to look at our brothers differently. We start to, hey, this brother's great. He got a great sense of style. He's compassionate. He's loving. He's caring. He's a great leader. So all these different things, this is how our mindset starts to shift once we look at, start to go back to the law, statutes, commandments. Start to, of course, go back. This is not just a Bible. It's our book of heritage. Go ahead. Go back.
Right. And even on this
Of course,
note, I feel like we're gonna continue. I just want to say, like, thank you for doing y'all's work, and you know what I mean, like being out here in the field. Like, it gets me emotional. Like, I'm from Canada, right? And in 2008, an Israelite brother came into my life and like showed me the truth, right? And like out in Canada, it's like, you know, you don't really get to reason with people on this level. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So when I see you guys, I'm just happy that it's like I'm alive to continue to see y'all's work moving, you know, in different states, different countries, that there's soldiers like everywhere. So I appreciate, you know, as a sister, what you guys are doing here.
Likewise. We appreciate y'all coming by, hearing the word. And
You gotta get back. The lost nation, we gotta get back eventually. Good work, brother. Great work, brother.
Shalom, brother.
hopefully y'all got just a little bit of edification.
Man, a lot. More than a little, man. Appreciate it.
Anytime.
Both of you guys are from Canada?
Yeah.
Both? Take down his number. We can link you up with. We can find brothers or sisters up there in Canada for you guys to link up with. I know a brother up there that's in Canada.
Okay.
I know it for a fact. You know, he'll take care of you, brothers and sisters. He says numbers with this brother.
Might be easier for, I don't know, texting over. You text again. I just thought.
Yeah. You guys have WhatsApp, right?
Anyway,
I don't. Okay. What's your number?
whichever is easiest, that's how it is. All right, let's go ahead and 1 Thessalonians 4:9.
Whatever. So have it going.
Is this only 4 9?
Mm-hmm.
There's
What's the?
oh, this second half. There's a book of there's
That's second Thessalonians. 1 Thessalonians.
there's a book of 1 Thessalonians chapter 4 verse 9. But as touching brotherly love, ye need not that I write unto you.
Right. So before, we always thought that we knew what love is. We knew how to treat our brothers. But once we came back to the law, statutes, commandments, go ahead. What happened?
For ye yourselves are taught of God to love one another.
No, we're taught from the very beginning as a child. Like, essentially, we're relearning the things that we thought we knew before. Does that make sense?
Right.
Okay.
Yup. Gotta unlearn to relearn.
There you go. Exactly. That's the perfect way to put it.
Yup.